Good morning. It's Tuesday, August 6th. Here's what we're working on this morning. Officials in Fort Erie are assessing the damage after 2 possible tornadoes touched down.
Kamala Harris expected to announce her running mate this morning.
And Paramount Plus unshells its first look at the tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Good morning, Tuesday, August the 6th, 2024. Today, I'm Louis Bucko alongside Annette Hom. Very glad to be back.
Hello,
yes.
Nice to have you in.
Always surprised that they let me back here.
Always welcome back.
Just a little surprised that after the show, there's not some meeting being like, Louis, come on in. We got to talk about this. But I'm back today, so great to be here.
I think we like having you here because you're so excited to be on the show. It's awesome.
Yeah. You know, it's always interesting when Louis comes up to the front door and tries his keypad. Is it going to work this morning? Are they going to let me in this morning? They did.
This is the first job that I've had that problem either every time, just to be sure. But great to be here. And how are the roads? A little busier today, Brian, than they were yesterday?
Quite a bit busier, I bet.
Yeah, I'm thinking we're going to get back to normal August volume. I mean, it's still fairly light for this time of year. First couple of weeks in August, a lot of people take vacation. But as you can see here already this morning, it is filling in a little bit. Let's touch briefly on the forecast for the day today because it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a lot cooler. We are almost right now in the heat of the day. We're sitting at 19 degrees. We're going to climb to 20 degrees today. That's it. Humidex, maybe 23 to 25. However, it's going to be cloudy. We're going to get some showers, some rain. We could get 15 to 25 millimeters around the horseshoe. Simcoe, Cayuga, and Brantford could get 30 to 50 millimeters today with some thunderstorms in those areas. But the rest of us, it's just going to be some showers, some rain during the day. As I said, we're 19 and cloudy right now. 403 Waterdown Road, that is our exclusive camera. Nothing to see there. It's just a little busier Toronto bound, that's all. We have no collisions. Let's go to a few MTO traffic cameras, Nikola Tesla Boulevard. So Toronto bound lanes toward the Skyway Bridge. Away from us there, here's the top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge. Same here, Toronto bound away from us. Now Toronto bound towards us. There have been some light showers. You can see a little wetness on the roads there, but no problems on the roads right now. We'll look at weather and traffic coming up in just a few minutes. Right now, the news.
Thanks, Brian. Fort Erie residents are cleaning up today after 1 or 2 possible tornadoes touched down in the area yesterday.
Brother was coming up the street. He said he could see a tunnel or a funnel coming and said we should probably get out of the way. And we got in our car and we tried to speed away, and all of a sudden there was debris flying everywhere and the trailer flipped over, landed over there.
No injuries were reported, but the suspected twister or twisters left behind a line of damaged trees and buildings from the community of Stevensville through to Fort Erie. Environment Canada says at least one of the funnel clouds is likely a tornado, though that must be confirmed by investigators who will be on the ground today. Meanwhile, just across the border in Buffalo, the U.S. National Weather Service confirms a tornado touchdown yesterday. The service says it was an EF1 tornado that touched down on Niagara Street at 12:45 p.m. and ended at 12:51 at Tupper Street and Oak Street. It says the estimated maximum wind speed was around 145 kilometers per hour. At this time, there are no reports of any injuries.
A severe hailstorm caused the partial evacuation of Calgary International Airport last night. Hail and heavy rainfall have shut down parts of Calgary's domestic terminal building until further notice. The airport this morning says work is underway to clean up the water and assess the damage. There were delays last night to inbound and outbound flights because of that storm. Now, throughout the city of Calgary, there are reports of vehicles being badly damaged and the windows of houses being broke by the hail, which made neighborhoods look like they were covered in snow. This morning, severe thunderstorm warnings are still in effect across much of Alberta.
What's now Tropical Storm Debbie is moving up the Carolinas after hitting Florida and Georgia as a deadly Category 1 hurricane. A sheriff's office near Tampa says a 13-year-old boy died after a tree fell on a mobile home. He was one of at least 5 people killed during the storm, which dumped more than a month's worth of rain in just a few hours. The rain, wind, and storm surge triggered at least 10 flash flood warnings across Florida. Tornadoes are also a threat as the storm moves north.
A 14-year-old girl who was the subject of an Amber Alert last night has been found safe. Waterloo police issued the alert after a break-in at a home in Kitchener. The girl was found around 8 o'clock last night in South Simcoe region. A 36-year-old Kitchener man has been arrested. Niagara police say several thousand people pushed through the fences at a free Billy Talent concert in Port Colborne on Saturday. The venue at H.H. Noel Park reached capacity just before 9:30 last night, at which point police decided to close the surrounding fences. Police say a crowd of about 4,000 to 5,000 people outside then pushed through the fences, challenging officers and security guards. One officer was treated for minor injuries. The city of Port Colborne says about 15 minor injuries were reported among concert goers. This is part of their Canal Days. Organizers shut down alcohol service in the interest of public safety. An estimated 25,000 people showed up at the small venue. Our Cows made their way to the Olympic Village in Paris over the weekend, playing a show at Canada Olympic House.
So turn the lights down low, rolling up my sleeves. Right now I'm in my zone. Put your eyes on me. I got the skies to show. It didn't come for free. It's been years in the making. So put your hands.
Lead singer Max Kerman told reporters after that it was nice to bring a little bit of home to the village. The band is on their Big Feelings tour. They play next in Newfoundland on Friday.
Nice to see some Hamilton in Paris.
Yeah, quick turnaround there too. Let's stick with the Olympics, where Canada will look to get back on the podium today after failing to medal yesterday, which ended a 9-day streak since the games began.
Canada has it. They need this 2-pointer, but it rolls out. Final seconds, winding down, and the United States will leave Paris with a bronze medal.
Well, Canada's best chance to medal yesterday came in women's 3x3 basketball. However, it would be the Americans who would hold on for a 16-13 victory in the bronze medal game. Came after the Canadians dropped an even closer 16-15 loss to the Germans in the semifinal earlier in the day. Meanwhile, sticking with basketball, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Canadian men's basketball team will look to take another step toward the podium when they take on host France in the quarterfinal action at the Paris Olympics today. Canada was undefeated in Group A play with close wins over Greece, Australia, and Spain. Toronto Raptors guard R.J. Barrett leads the team with an average of 21 points per game, with OKC's Gilgeous-Alexander, of course, a Hamilton native, averaging 19 points. Tip-off today set for 12 noon Eastern time. If you have been following the Olympics, you probably already know her name. Summer McIntosh, the 3-time Olympic gold medalist, told reporters about what's next for her in the sport.
I think I'm always striving for more. I always want more, and I think that's what keeps me in this sport. Is the job's not finished. I have so much left I want to accomplish. I'm only 17. I have many more years in the sport, however long I want to go. So it just keeps inspiring me every day once I get back to training to keep pushing and moving forward.
The 17-year-old swimmer is the first Canadian to win 3 gold medals at a single games, and says she probably won't sink in the wins until she heads home to Toronto. And to the medal board, we got to update that, but Canada's still sitting at 17 medals after not winning any yesterday. All right, let's switch gears to some baseball now, where Vladimir Guerrero Jr. was making the news after he was named the American League Player of the Week for the 6th time in his career and 2nd time in the last month. The first baseman had 3 home runs, 8 RBIs, while hitting .536 through the last 7 games. A 25-year-old is 3rd all-time amongst Blue Jays players that have received the honor of the weekly award. He trails Carlos Delgado and George Bell. Guerrero Jr.'s teammates back in action tonight. They kick off 3 at home against the Orioles. If you're upset with the way the Blue Jays are playing, just be glad you're not a Chicago White Sox fan, because Chicago dropped their 21st straight game last night in a 5-1 loss to the Athletics that ties an American League record for consecutive losses. White Sox are currently on the longest losing streak since the '88 Orioles. The Major League low, the 1889 Louisville Colonels, an American Association team that lost 26 games during a 27-111 season. Here's their manager on their current streak.
I mean, we talk about it every day. Everybody knows what it is. It's 21 in a row. It sucks. It's not fun. It's painful. It hurts. I mean, you name it. Whatever you want to, however you want to describe it, right? Like I said, it's not for lack of effort. Nobody wants to come out here and lose. So we just got to put a good game together and put this behind us.
Now, Chicago, which last won on July 10th in a doubleheader opener against Minnesota, dropped to 27-88, on pace to finish 38-124, which would be the most losses since the 1899 Cleveland Spiders of the National League went 20-134. Yeah.
Cleveland Spiders.
Cleveland Spiders, exactly. And coming up in the 8 o'clock hour, we'll be joined by Forge FC captain Kyle Becker to talk about the defending Canadian Premier League champions season so far, including their preparations for Saturday's home game against first place Atletico Ottawa and a huge Canadian Championship semifinal second leg against TFC later this month.
All right, good morning. 6:11 is the time, and I can tell you right now, the sun is not up yet. It's sleeping in longer. It's not up for another. I know. Everybody's going shh over there. I won't say that. I'm going to get hate mail. 6:11 is 6:16 is sunrise this morning. Let's check traffic here. 403 Waterdown Road. No, you don't have the sun in your eyes this morning. It is fairly cloudy, and it is getting busier here now, as you can see, Toronto-bound lanes towards us. But no problems right there. MTO traffic cameras, St. Catharines, QEW, Glendale. We do have some wet roads, some light showers around. Nothing here at Nikola Tesla Boulevard. East of Brant Street doing fine. Same with the Ford plant's getting fairly busy, as you can see, Toronto bound already. And here's a look at the QEW at Dixie. Not a lot happening. All right, let's check our temperature right now. I might be exaggerating just a little bit here when I'm showing some sunshine. No, the sun's, as I said, the sun's not up yet. So I just went, okay, it's mainly cloudy right now, and I thought I'd use that. Anyway, the temperature is 19 degrees, so we're just into the teens, and we're not going to warm up much farther than that today. Winds are light, relative humidity once again right up there at 100%. Air quality today is in the low risk category, so no problems there. So a pretty good air quality for the day today. What we have is a frontal boundary to the south of us with an approaching low. It's going to give us some rain today. Well, still calling it showers, but that shower activity could give us some heavy downpours. We could get to 10 to 15 to 25 millimeters today. Simcoe, Cayuga, and Brantford could get 30 to 50 millimeters today, but that ridge of high pressure is going to get us back into some sunshine for tomorrow. So today, there's that rainfall amount for the Horseshoe anyhow. Temperatures today on the cool side, 20 and 21, 22 for Toronto, so we don't have far to go from where we are right now to get to the heat of the day. Tonight's going to be a much cooler night, nice and comfortable. Skies will clear, temperatures anywhere from 12 to 15 degrees. And then tomorrow, here comes the sun, and temperatures nice and comfortable, 23 to 25 degrees. Not much of a humidex, but lovely sunshine and a very high UV index for tomorrow. So out the door, 6th morning of August, it is mainly cloudy. No, the sun's not up for another couple of minutes. Mainly cloudy. Temperature right now is 19. And we'll check the long range coming up. Annette, Louis.
Okay. Thank you, Brad.
Have you turned off your air conditioning?
I was tempted to last night because I thought it was cold in the house.
Yeah. Emily, have you turned off your air conditioning? Good morning, Emily, by the way. Emily Vukovic. Hey.
Good morning. I think the proper question is, Emily, have you turned on your air conditioning?
Yeah, Emily likes the heat.
You like the heat. Okay.
I'm just kidding. I'm not nutty. I have had my air conditioning on. Okay, I take that back too. I am a little nutty, but I have turned it off.
Okay.
It is off. Windows are open. I love the heat coming in. We get it for such a short period of the year, but now it's cold.
What do you got coming up on Chit Chat?
All right. Well, Louis, you strike me as a guy that maybe watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles as a child.
Yeah. That's an accurate statement. Yeah.
Brand new show coming out. Not sure if you'll watch it, but I know you have nieces and nephews that just might. We're also talking about a movie that depicts real-life events about prisoners learning Broadway. And that sounds interesting as well. We'll talk about that on the couch.
All right. Coming up after the break, the Canadian National Railway and Canadian Pacific Kansas City agreed to restart stalled contract negotiations. Stay with us. Welcome back. Checking business. The Canadian dollar is up. It's trading at 72.26 cents U.S. Gold went up slightly and crude went up 18 cents. It's trading at $73.11 U.S. a barrel. Checking midday trading in Europe. Markets are up in London and Frankfurt, but down in Paris.
In Asia, Tokyo finally back on the plus side. Markets were down in Hong Kong, though, up in Shanghai. Checking North American markets, the TSX was closed. Now, I don't believe the Dow and NASDAQ were closed, but we will double check on that.
With the threat of a national strike looming, Canadian National Railway, Canadian Pacific Kansas City, and Teamsters Canada have agreed to restart stalled contract negotiations tomorrow with the assistance of federal mediators. Federal Minister of Labour Stephen McKinnon met with the parties involved to discuss the consequences that a walkout would have on the economy and supply chain. 9,300 employees of Canadian National Railway and Canadian Pacific Kansas City are considering job action. In May, workers represented by the Teamsters Union had voted overwhelmingly to strike. Possibility has shippers and producers anxious as the strike would halt freight and disrupt industry.
Boeing executives are set to face questions from the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board this morning. The board is holding a two-day hearing after a door blew out from the side of a Boeing 737 MAX earlier this year. Boeing's Senior Vice President of Quality and Vice President of Supplier Quality are set to appear. The board is expected to ask them about the lack of documentation that led to the plane being delivered to Alaska Airlines without critical bolts for the door in place.
A major legal setback for Google. A federal judge ruled yesterday that the tech giant has violated U.S. antitrust laws with its search business. The decision has the potential to reshape how millions of people get information online and could put an end to Google's dominance. The company has spent tens of billions of dollars on exclusive contracts to secure a dominant position as the world's default search provider on smartphones and web browsers. The government said those contracts helped block rivals such as Microsoft's Bing and DuckDuckGo. It's unclear at this time what penalties Google may face.
Elon Musk is reopening a legal battle over artificial intelligence. Musk sued OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman, in February, but then dropped the lawsuit in June without explanation. The owner of X co-founded OpenAI in 2015. He's accused OpenAI of abandoning its original nonprofit mission by reserving some of its most advanced technology for private customers. The first suit was filed in California State Court. This new one was filed in federal court in California. The new lawsuit accuses OpenAI of racketeering. OpenAI says Musk's original claims were incoherent and frivolous.
TikTok has agreed to withdraw a rewards feature that raised concerns about its potential to encourage excessive screen time, particularly among children. The case involved TikTok Lite, a low bandwidth version of the app released in Spain and France. It allowed users, to earn points for things like following creators, liking content, or inviting friends to join TikTok. The points could be exchanged for Amazon vouchers and gift cards on PayPal. TikTok said rewards were restricted to users 18 years and older who had to verify their age. European regulators say the program began without a diligent assessment of the risks it entails and said TikTok did not undertake effective risk mitigating measures.
Okay, we are mitigating a commercial break right now. Brian's going to be back with your traffic and your 7-day forecast. He promises a bit of sun, maybe?
Just a bit.
A little bit.
6:24 Tuesday morning, 6th of August. Let's start with the problem. I know it's further afield, but this is the only problem that we have. This is the 401 camera at Avenue Road, and you're looking at westbound lanes heading away from us. So the express lanes, collision right there, and it looks like they've blocked all of the lanes at the moment. One tractor trailer getting through, and that's about it. Otherwise, not a lot happening. QEW Martindale, St. Catharines looks good. Top of the Burlington Skyway Bridge, there have been some showers here. You can see the wet roads, the raindrops on the camera lens there, and it is starting to get a little bit slow. No problems here east of 4th all the way through Sheridan, moving quite nicely. All right, let's talk about temperatures that we have at the moment. And yes, the sun is finally rising here. 19 degrees for Hamilton and Grimsby, sleeping in a little longer every morning. 19 for Mississauga as well as the sun comes up, looking at Burlington there. 20 degrees for Toronto at the moment. Looking at our sunrise and sunset time, 6:16 is sunrise now, sunset 8:34, and those are our seasonal temperatures and records for today. And yeah, it looks like it is going to be a fairly damp day. So get your morning walk in early with your pals because 19 degrees, it is mostly cloudy right now. But we're going to lose that bit of sunshine, and it is going to be a cloudy day and a wet day. 15 to 25 millimeters for Hamilton, and the Horseshoe for Simcoe, Brantford, and Cayuga could be 30 to 50 millimeters with thunderstorms, but 20 degrees today. That's it. 13 overnight tonight, nice and cool and comfortable. It's clearing skies tomorrow. Sun, Thursday sun, 23 and 25. Not much of humidex, and then we get into chance of showers, but it's a slim chance of showers Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and sun for Monday. That's your forecast. And that's the week.
Thanks, Brian. Good news for dogs who prefer eau de toilette to toilet water.
Dolce & Gabbana have released a designer fragrance for dogs. It's called Fifi, the name of Domenico Dolce's dog. Dolce & Gabbana's website says the doggy perfume is an olfactory masterpiece with a touch of musk and the creamy undertones of sandalwood. A bottle of Fifi will cost you almost $110 US. It comes, though, with the Dolce & Gabbana collar and a little tag. And this isn't the first time that high fashion has designed for dogs. British designer Anya Hindemarch sells a poop bag holder charm. It's a charm for your poop bag holder.
Goodness.
For more than $170.
$170.
Wow. Of course.
Listen. Oh, there it is.
Oh, isn't that adorable?
Oh, adorable? Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay. Dolce for dogs. Perfect.
My cats are turning up their nose at that. I can tell if they're watching at home. Morning, Betty and Judy.
Yeah. Well, stay with us. More to come after the break.